السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلله فلا هادي له نشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ونشهد أن سيدنا ومولانا محمدا عبده ورسوله أما بعد فقد قال الله تبارك وتعالى في القرآن المجيد والفرقان الحميد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم تر إلى الذين يزكون أنفسهم بل الله يزكي من يشاء وقال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم إن أخوف ما أخاف عليكم الشرك الأصغر أي الرياء صدق الله العظيم وصدق رسوله النبي الكريم ونحن على ذلك من الشاهدين والشاكرين والحمد لله رب العالمين. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us innumerous blessings, from our health to our wealth, family, friends, this community, and the ability to worship Him. On a daily basis, He has given us opportunities day in and day out to have different forms of ibadat for His sake and His sake only. Whatever month you choose, you have an ibadah that you can hone in on, that you can focus on. And when we perform a good deed and we don't tell anybody about it, we don't post it on social media, did that deed actually happen? We don't tell anybody about it, we don't post about it, there's nothing social about it. Because we live in a world that's obsessed with optics. We track our lives through these metrics in social media, whether it's likes, views, reputations. So we give a lot of focus in terms of the output, and sometimes we forget about the input. Output is good and great, but if the input is not there, it's going to be a foundation that's going to be on sand. And in the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, what I want to focus on is just one narration. It is a very chilling narration, a very chilling warning that on the Day of Judgment, the people will expect to be at the very front of the line in Jannah, might actually be the first individuals to enter Jahannam. Those same individuals we consider to be the cream of the crop will be the coal for the fire. Not because they necessarily did bad things. No. They may have done quote unquote good things, but the reason behind it was incorrect. The reason behind the action was incorrect. Imam Raghib al-Asfahani, he mentions in his Mufradat the definition of Ikhlas. He says Ikhlas is التبري عن كل ما دون الله تعالى. That Ikhlas in its true reality is to free oneself from literally everything besides Allah. You are freeing yourself from everything and anyone besides Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now that doesn't mean you abandon all of the worldly means entirely. It does not mean that. But what does it mean, internally speaking, that the heart's dependence, its aim and devotion are solely for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? That's it. As we recite in Surah Al-Bayyinah, وَمَا أُمِرُوا إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُوا اللَّهَ مُخْلِصِينَ لَهُ الدِّينَ. What were they commanded? That they were commanded to do, not to do anything except worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And not just worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's good, that's great, mashallah. Because these individuals, as you'll see in the narration, they also worshipped Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But with ikhlas, with sincerity. That is the key factor. So the khutbah for today, it's not about what we are doing. Inshallah, you may have already know what to do and when to do it. But we're going to be talking about why. Why we do it. So the narration goes that إِنَّ أَوَّلَ النَّاسِ يُقْضَى يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ, that there are going to be 3 types of individuals that will be judged first on the day of Qiyamah. And in the eyes of the dunya, we may have looked at them as like the 3 MVPs, the 3 most valuable people in the eyes of the dunya. The first person is the shaheed, the martyr. He'll be brought forward. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will tell him about all of the blessings that He has given him. And he will recognize every single one of those blessings. He says, yes, yes, yes. And then Allah will ask him, okay, what did you do with all of these blessings that I gave you? He says, subhanAllah, I became a shaheed. What greater reward is there in terms of the dunya than becoming a shaheed for your sake? That was his words. Yani, for your sake, I became a shaheed. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala responds, He says, Kadhabt. Kadhabt. You're lying. You may have died on the battlefield. But why? لِيُقَالْ جَرِيءٌ. The only reason you fought in the battles is so that you could be called so-and-so brave person. That I am such a brave individual. No. That the people can call me, what a powerful man he was. What a brave person he was. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will order, you take him, you drag him by the face, and you throw him into Jahannam. No. The Prophet ﷺ, he warned us about this. He warned us. He says that إِنَّ أَخْوَفَ مَا أَخَافُ عَلَيْكُمُ الشِّرْكُ الْأَصْغَرُ. What I fear most for you is minor shirk. This is the term that the Prophet ﷺ used himself, minor shirk. الشِّرْكُ الْأَصْغَرُ. What is that? Riyā. This aspect of ostentation and showing off. This is what the Prophet ﷺ defined as minor shirk. أَلَمْ تَرَ إِلَى الَّذِينَ يُزَكُّونَ أَنفُسَهُمْ بَلِ اللَّهُ يُزَكِّي مَنْ يَشَاءُ. You take a look at those individuals who claim tazkiyah of themselves, who claim sanctity of themselves. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one who truly sanctifies the individuals. He is the one that cleans the soul of the individuals. He is the one that cleans the hearts of people. That's individual. Individual number 1. Individual number 2. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will bring him forward. He acquired much knowledge. He taught that ilm. He recited the Quran beautifully. He'll be brought forward. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will show him all of the blessings that he was given. And He will recognize every single one of them. Yes, you gave me this ilm. Yes, you gave me the opportunity to teach. Yes, you gave me the opportunity to recite the Quran in a beautiful fashion. So Allah will ask, what did you do? What did you do with all of these blessings? He says, yes, I acquired this knowledge and I taught it and I recited this Quran for your sake and your sake only. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will tell him, kadhabt. You're lying as well. You are lying as well. But why did you study the deen? And why did you propagate the deen? And why did you study the Quran and recite the Quran? So you can be called an alim, so you can be called a qari. That was the reasoning behind it. That's between him, baynahu wa bayn Allah. That's between him and Allah. What is the true quality of the alim? إِنَّمَا يَخْشَى اللَّهَ مِنْ عِبَادِهِ الْعُلَمَاءِ. That they have this aspect of khashya, this fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. No? Same thing will be ordered for that person. Take him, drag him by the face, and throw him into Jahannam. Third person will be brought forward. You may call him the philanthropist, donating left and right, whatever opportunities he or she had. Donating. So this individual will be brought forward, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will show, I gave you this ni'mah, I gave you that blessing, and I gave you this blessing. What did you do with them? The man will say, I did not leave a single path in which you love for money to be spent, except I spent it for your sake. Every avenue that I had, that I thought would bring your pleasure, I spent money there. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will tell him, kadhabt. You're also lying. You only gave so you can be called the generous individual. You can be called Jawad. So what will be told to this individual? You take him, you grab him, drag his face on the ground, and throw him into Jahannam as well. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives us the opportunities to do good. Don't ruin it by having this insincere intention. That's within. That's not for us to judge. So outwardly speaking, subhanallah, many amal we can do, many deeds we can do. But if inwardly speaking it's not in alignment with the sharia, with alignment with the rida of Allah, with the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then لا تبطلوا صدقاتكم بالمن والأذى كالذي ينفق ماله رياء الناس. Don't invalidate the charities that you gave with reminders or injury, as the one who spends his wealth only for the sake that people see, oh subhanAllah, look at this individual, he's giving X, Y, and Z amount of money. That's not the purpose. No. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in another narration of a hadith Qudsi that أَنَا أَغْنَى الشُّرَكَاءَ عَنِ الشِّرْكِ. I am the most self-sufficient of partners. مَنْ عَمِلَ عَمَلًا أَشْرَكَ فِيهِ مَعِي غَيْرِي تَرَكْتُهُ وَشِرْكَهُ. That if anybody associates someone else with me, I will leave him and I will leave his shirk. You want to do something for yourself, you want to do something for somebody else, good luck finding Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in that equation. It reminds us of the ayah, أَرَأَيْتَ مَنِ اتَّخَذَ إِلَهَهُ هَوَى. It's just like the individual who his ilah, it's not Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, his ilah is his own desires. So what type of mindset do we want to have when we are doing a'mal, when we are doing good deeds? We don't need to make it public. We don't need to post it on social media. We don't need to tell anybody about it. رجل تصدق بصدقة فأخفاها حتى لا تعلم شماله ما تنفق يمينه. That to the point that a man who gives, charity, he hides it to such an extent that even his right hand he gives and his left hand doesn't even know about it. It's such a secret. It's such a secret. So you ask yourself, You check yourself before every ibadah that you do, any good deed that you do. Would I still do this action if I was the only individual on the face of this planet? Nobody else sees me. I'm alone in this building. Would I still do this ibadah with this amount of delicacy? We check ourselves. Yeah. Otherwise, we'll fall under the ayah, مَنْ كَانَ يُرِيدُ حَرْثَ الْآخِرَةِ نَزِدْ لَهُ فِي حَرْثِهِ وَمَنْ كَانَ يُرِيدُ حَرْثَ الدُّنْيَا نُؤْتِهِ مِنْهَا وَمَا لَهُ فِي الْآخِرَةِ مِنْ نَصِيبٍ. You want to do something in terms of the harvest of this dunya, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give you your harvest in the dunya. You want to do something in regards to the harvest of the akhirah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give you the harvest of the akhirah. وَمَا لَهُ فِي الْآخِرَةِ مِنْ نَصِيبٍ. But if you're doing it for the sake of the dunya, then don't expect any harvest in the akhirah. Don't expect anything there. So we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to allow us to be mukhlis and show ikhlas and sincerity.